And Mr. Joseph is present. And it was a formal reading of this indictment and arraignment. Can we proceed in summary?
Yes, Your Honor, we proceed.
This is an indictment handed up on August 2nd of 2023. In summary, it states that on or about June 19th, 2023 in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed a second-degree felony of assault on a peace officer. Do you understand what you were charged with? Tell me this wasn't on a Juneteenth festival. This didn't happen at a Juneteenth festival, did it?
It was a traffic stop.
It was a traffic stop?
At your house.
He was at my house.
It was at your house?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
In the street, I know that.
This is a second-degree felony, sir, which means if convicted, you face no less than 2, no more than 20 years confinement in prison, and a fine up to $10,000 can be assessed. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
An agreement has been reached between the parties where you would be pleading guilty and placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation. And this keeps your record clear here.
Yes, sir.
As long as you follow these terms and conditions, which can be up to 10 years in length. You do well, I can shorten it in a third. 3 1/3 years, $500 and other terms and conditions, which are normal and customary for this. To find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to defer any finding of guilt so long as you follow these terms and conditions of probation. Among other things, there's going to be an anger management program that you'll have to complete. And that's always good to keep, helps people make decisions in times of stress and that are good ideas that keep you from going to court and getting charged with crimes that you regret later. And you must pay a fine of $500. Again, and this is for 10 years in length, but do well, it's shortened to 3 1/3. Please see the probation officer. And thank you and good luck.
Welcome to the best court channel on the internet. How do I know this? My mum told me. Also, I hand select specifically for my subscribers' interests, and then I edit them so as they don't have any boring bits. And I do this because my subscribers really appreciate it, and me and my mum really appreciate them. And as a bonus, maybe I'll be able to put a smile on your face, as some of these clowns who commit these crimes are pathetic, and some kinds of pathetic can be funny. So come be appreciated and subscribe to my channel and make my mum happy. Off the record, only the best bits for my guys.
Mr. Brown, you said, right? Good morning, Mr. Brown. All right, you're Jermaine Brown? Okay, Mr. Brown, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. Holy moly, Mr. Brown. Oof. So you're now on bond for 2 felonies, and now you picked up another 2 cases? Holy moly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're also charged with evading arrest or detention. All right, please.
Yes, Your Honor, on Friday 14, excuse me, on May 14, 2024, officers responded to a shoplifting at the fossil store located at 5085 Westheimer Road, Harris County, Texas. Complainant Alicia Cooper stated defendant purchased a wallet and asked about a service which required her to go to the back of the store. Upon returning to the counter, the defendant was gone. Complainant reviewed surveillance footage, which showed the defendant putting on a necklace and placing other jewelry items in his pockets, leave the store without paying for the items. Complainant provided a description to the officers. Officers observed the defendant in the mall and ordered him to stop. The defendant sped up his pace and started to run when officers pursued him. The defendant ran out of the loading docks, through 2 garages, and out to the streets while officers chased him in uniform, ordering him to stop. The defendant was eventually caught approximately half a mile away. Officers recovered a necklace and 3 bracelets from the defendant's pockets and 1 necklace off the defendant's neck that was taken from Fossil Store, totaling an amount of $340. Pending felony tampering government records and pending felony false statement obtained through credit, $30,150.
So what happened on the felony tampering case?
I believe those cases are yet pending. It's still back on the 19th.
I want to know how dangerous this dude is.
August 19th. That case is reset for August. I'm pulling it up now. So Leos were dispatched to a forgery in progress. The officers met with the complainant who stated the defendant attempted to use a fake ID to get a Kia vehicle from a dealership. The defendant was filling out paperwork to purchase the vehicle. Complainant asked the defendant for a social security card, and the defendant said he would have to go to LA to get his card. First red flag for complainant. Complainant asked for insurance, defendant gave him insurance, but see, complainant verified later, the defendant left with the vehicle. After verifying, complainant stated defendant was not the policyholder and that someone else was. Next day, defendant sent picture of social security card. Complainant was suspicious of photo. Complainant began tracking the vehicle. Complainant was next door at a other dealership. Second red flag. Complainant looked at a copy of the driver's license, which only had 9 digits instead of 20 of the audit number. Complainant sent picture to officers.
I think we're good. I think we're good. You know, Mr. Brown, what do you do for a living?
Homeless at the moment.
How old are you?
24.
Why are you homeless at 24?
Came out here, had a job lined up. The job fell through. Also, my apartment fell through, and I was living in my car at the moment, and I was strapped at the moment. What's up?
Where are mom and dad?
Back in Louisiana.
Why aren't you back at Louisiana?
They won't allow me to come back home after the felony charges.
The hole that you dig now, Mr. Brown, and the fact that you are branding yourself a thief time and again, 24 is going to hose you and come back to bite you in the scheisse 15 times over. How you are now and what you do with your life now is you are setting yourself up for the next 40 years. And if you act like this, and if you try to set yourself up like this, you will be just another person with a number on their back in prison with no prospects, no money, living this miserable. This life can be fantastic. It can be wonderful. Where you jet set to Paris, you go to Monte Carlo, you buy nice and expensive things, or this life can be a rotten, miserable journey where you're scrounging for food, doing stuff on the street that you never thought you would do just to earn $1, just to feed yourself. You're headed there now. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the people of Harris County. I don't care where you come from. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care who you are. But if you're going to endanger my public, I'm going to take you off the street in a heartbeat. And then I'm going to tell you now, you were lucky to get out now, to even have 2 felony cases, and now you got these 2 cases here. Something stupid like that. I'm now going to keep you so close. You're going to think I've made a new career just to have you here. I'm putting a monitor on you so I know where you are at all times. And I'm ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. Where is this, at the Galleria? Where was this?
The Galleria, Westheimer.
You were not allowed to go to the Galleria whatsoever. Do you have an actual driver's license? Then you are not allowed to drive. And I'm going to have you sign with me today an affidavit promising that you're not going to drive. I don't care what your situation is. You ain't got a license, no driving. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. I will give you a lawyer today, but I'm going to keep you on a very short leash. The other thing that you must understand is that you're on bond for 2 felony cases and you've picked up 2 misdemeanors. It's very possible now that they revoke your bonds upstairs and they issue 2 felony warrants and double your bonds where they are now. At some point, you're going to get it. And if you don't, I'm going to have him monitored now, so you don't need to do it. So no driving, no alcohol, no drugs. We will randomly test him. No going to the Houston Gallery whatsoever. We'll put a GPS monitor on him so we know where he is at all times. Waive all the fees. 3 days, please. 3 days. I will feel absolutely no sympathy or empathy for you if you pick up a new case, you endanger my public, or hurt anybody else. I don't give a rat's behind when you do anything like that. You understand?
Yes.
I repeatedly put people in jail. I probably, in my opinion, I probably have the highest jail count because I'm tougher than most felony judges. Do you mind reaching out to the man, please, for Mr. Brown? All right, so I'm gonna have you come over here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. You will get the Victoria where I'm gonna have you sign a reset, and then you'll get with pre-trial for your bond conditions. Don't fail me now. Where are you gonna be living now?
My partner now.
Okay, it's time for you to get a job, a full-time job that's legitimate, and let's make that another a bond condition as well. And I want to see him back here in 2 weeks to see what he's done to get a job. Mr. Brown, you will get a full-time job. And I want to see what proof you've done it. In 2 weeks, I want you back here to show me what you've done to get a full-time job. If you've done nothing, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Did you graduate from high school?
I did.
Good. All right, let's go. Make me proud.
Thank you all so very much for watching to the end. Please subscribe and drop a like if indeed you did enjoy. I hope so. Until the next time, I'm off to feed those cats. And if you want to see another cool episode of mine without all the mandatory stuff, then click on the episode on screen now.